So, alrighty. I was just listening to. I woke up and read scripture. I like to listen to the Miracle Prayer. I used to listen to the Miracle Prayer. I think the channel name is Mitchell Gibson. I used to listen to that like every day, and I fell off. And boy, did my life pay for it. So I highly suggest incorporating the Miracle Prayer into your daily spiritual routine. Now, having said that, I got a word this morning that I wanted to share. It's a word about saying one thing and doing something else. And I'm a person that believes there's levels to this stuff. There's levels to everything. So I took notes, so I want to lose my thought. Saying one thing and doing something else. I am guilty of that. I know that it causes confusion because it leaves a decision in the air. So let's say I'm in two minds about things a lot. Little things like food, what I want to eat, where I want to go, if I want to stay, if I want to go. I'm like that in relationships. And that's really the point I'm getting to. I'm not there yet. But I just want to say that now. Places where I know that I be in two minds about it. But there are levels, like I said, to everything. So I be in two minds about decisions that mostly have to do with myself, right? And sometimes involving other people. But what I'm really getting to is people who say one thing and do something else. So I wanted to get me being in two minds about things out the way, because I know that people will watch it and they will have their own examples of where I was in two minds about something. Ooh, I'm guilty. You got me. See, lessons learned. That's what I'm doing. So, people who say I love you, but don't show it. That's a whole nother thing of. So for me, I'll say this, and I wrote it down because I did not want to lose my example. Being in two minds, scared to make a decision. Also, that's some fear-based things for me that I've had in the past. So for me, it's gonna be like, how long or what will I do? Not whether I'm not gonna do it at all. So if I find somebody, let's just say a person is hungry. They need some food or money for food. If I say no, it's because I have $0 and 0 cents. Okay? Or all I have is what I have, and I'm in fear of not knowing where the next part was coming from. I'm not just saying no because I don't care about you. I can say that I'm scared. I don't know where I'm gonna get my next piece. Everybody, some people be like that. Like, I don't know the next time I'm. Okay, that's one thing. When you have limited resources or nothing at all, you should still trust God in those moments. That's not an excuse. Let me say that, because that's why I'm trying to shed that. Like, even if I don't get it, I'm gonna give something. I saw somebody who had a sign for you needed money. I didn't have any, but I had groceries I just bought. Hey, sir, do you need something? He said, I could really use some water. He said, I got food, but I need water. I gave him like half of my pack of water. Like, I just bought a big, the big bottle water pack. But I do what I can. Anyway, if you are in a position where you are bad, you getting ready to lose out on something, you're not a person out here overtly causing trouble to other people's lives. Like, you kind of live your life. Everybody do good and bad, but like, you ain't out here getting arrested, tearing up people's property, wishing bad on people. Like, you just really out here trying to make it. And then you see people who are established, who have something that they can give you a hand up, and they say no for no other reason than to say no. And then when you know, that's something else. That's somebody who wants to see you. They feel like you deserve to be in the bad, especially if this person know you. Now, a stranger can't feel like that. I'm specifically speaking on people who consistently let you down, say one thing and do something else, say they love you, don't show no action. They only love you when it's convenient for them. They will use you and still reject you. And what I mean by that is, so much, like I said, I wasn't gonna make people the villain in my stories, but my life is my life and I have to speak my truth because that's what my examples are based in, my experience. I don't want to be like talking on my behind, so I have to let y'all know that I've been through this. I had a relative who put me out, but still would want me to come and babysit their kid. And I used to carry my stupid ass over there and do it. Like that type stuff. Like, you put me out and made me homeless, but you still need me to come do this. Or things like that. And I'm sure I've been a villain in somebody's story. Drop down in the comments on your villain story. Hold yourself accountable. But the point is, when you learning that is displaying a lack of self-esteem and self-love. When you allow somebody to reject you and still use you, when you are hurting and in need and people have the ability to help you and they don't, and they reach out and say, I love you and I'll help you, but the last time that you reached out to them, they said no just because they didn't understand something that you were trying to explain to them. Can't make these things up. Like, I was really, but it's not the first time though. So the example don't matter because it's not the first time. And that's why you have to cut it off when you see it at first, when you first meet people. If it's your family, when you grow up in it, you don't know the difference. But then you go into the world and then you see people handle things differently. You have different experiences with friends and work relationships that teach you. Yeah, you can hear somebody on a phone call. They be like, I ain't taking this. And they really mean it. But you can't seem to do that. Like, you need to do that. Because those people will drain you till you have nothing. And then when you don't have nothing, they don't give you a drop. Okay? They'll lie and say, I love you. And just be strong, okay? I'm rattling on. I don't have no format for this. This just came to my heart. And I just wanted to share it. Let go of your ego. You cannot change that person. You cannot convince them to be good. Let go of your... It's hard to be vulnerable and say, hey, I need your help. Especially the people who have let you down consistently in the past. But please believe them when they show you through action. See with your eyes. Feel it in your heart. What they say, it goes in your ear and your mind receives it and you have hope. But then it doesn't happen. You're disappointed in your heart. Your stomach hurts because you're annoyed. Your head hurts because you're stressed. Your eyes tired for waiting to see this shit happen. But you still relying on the ears that's causing all the destruction and everything else. Just feel these things and trust that. Like, all this feel bad. The ear is the only thing satisfied. The ear, what? So yeah, I hope that made sense. It made perfect sense to me. I want y'all to know that when I make these videos, I go back and listen to them. I sure do. Because I be having good advice. And I need to have my advice on video so I can go back and talk to myself. I needed to hear that, Nicole. Thank you very much. Thank you for learning that lesson and saving it so I can go back and remind myself that satisfying my ears is not enough. All my senses need to be satisfied. They work together. I got one body, so I need to be in one feeling about everything that's going on around me. Yep. I hope this helps somebody. I hope somebody see this and be like, you know what? I was just about to give mama. I could tell you a story about a boyfriend. I trying to prove myself to him. I was on a tight budget. I wasn't trying to kill it. I just wanted to distract it from being by me. I had a boyfriend, and I wanted him to know I was down on it. I was downhill. So the money that I would have used for my phone bill, I gifted to him. Well, I didn't give it to him. He was falling short. Well, I'll help you out. He needed to buy something for him to make his money. Now it's time for my phone bill to be due. I didn't even say I gave you my phone bill money. I said, hey, I'm missing phone, my phone bill due. Could you help me out? Knowing how much, I know his financial situation, he told me no. And I should have left then. Child. The boy wasn't nothing but a headache. But I needed to prove to him that I was worthy of being gifted and which eventually came to pass. But I should have. But you know what? I was supposed to stay there. Not as long as I did, but there was lessons to be learned. There were lessons that were learned and taught in that relationship. And that is my